Alright guys, so in today's video we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare 4 and some new updates that we're getting, some new information. Call of Duty also showing some more gameplay. That's for the campaign, of course. So we have a few things to discuss because it kind of seems like Call of Duty is definitely trying to listen, or Activision is trying to listen, Infinity Ward is trying to listen to get all of the persons to want to purchase this new Call of Duty that's coming out, right? So like I said guys, I'm going to be giving you all the full breakdown, not breakdown, but the full story as it regards to, a few changes that has been made and stuff like that. But before I go any further guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and make sure y'all turn the notification bell, put it on all, that way you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Alright guys, so let's get right into this story so y'all can understand what's going on. So the story is saying Modern Warfare 4 beta is almost here. Infinity Ward already making changes after player feedback. Call of Duty fans are getting closer and closer to finally getting their hands on Modern Warfare 4, with the game's beta approaching and Infinity Ward already making adjustment based on feedback from players. One of the biggest talking points surrounding the upcoming beta is movement. Players notice that using stim shots currently interrupts the movement by forcing them into a slower animation instead of allowing them to maintain their momentum while tactical sprinting. That immediately drew comparison to Modern Warfare 2019, where players could use stim shots while maintaining a much faster pace. The concern from the community is that the current system could make combat feel slower and less fluid. However, Infinity Ward appears to be listening. A member of the development team confirmed that the stim shot issue is being looked into, suggesting that players could see changes before or during the upcoming beta. That is particularly interesting because the game has not even reached its full beta testing period yet. It also lines up with Infinity Ward's broader focus on reducing anything that gets in the way of fast, enjoyable gameplay. If an animation interrupts the flow of combat unnecessarily, the developers appear willing to make adjustments. Meanwhile, Call of Duty has also been showing more of Modern Warfare 4's campaign, including footage featuring Captain Price and Valeria during an action sequence in Paris. The footage gives players another glimpse at the game's campaign, with vehicles, explosion, and the Eiffel Tower providing the backdrop for what looks to be another intense mission. But for the multiplayer fans, the beta is obviously the biggest attraction. Players who want early access may not necessarily have to purchase the game to get in early. There are also expected to be additional promotional opportunities and giveaways as the beta approaches, meaning players should keep an eye out if they don't want to pre-order the game simply to secure early access. Another major date on the calendar is Call of Duty Next, which is scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. Pacific time on August the 21st. The event is expected to provide a much deeper look at Modern Warfare 4, including multiplayer details, maps, modes, and additional information about the beta. What's particularly interesting this year is how close Call of Duty Next lines up with the beginning of the early access beta. Rather than having a long gap between the event and the players getting their hands on the game, the beta is expected to follow Next relatively close. That means August the 21st could be a massive day for Call of Duty fans, with new information being revealed during Next before players potentially jump straight into the beta later that same day. With the beta now approaching, Infinity Ward's willingness to respond to players' feedback could be one of the more encouraging signs for Modern Warfare 4. The real test, however, will come when thousands of players finally get their hands on the game and begin putting their movement, gunplay, maps, and overall multiplayer experience through its paces. Modern Warfare 4 is getting closer, and the beta could give players their first real indication of whether Infinity Ward can deliver the fast-paced Modern Warfare experience many fans have been waiting for. So yes guys, it kind of seem like, Call of Duty is doing everything that they can. Not Call of Duty, well, it's still Call of Duty, but you know what I mean. Infinity Ward, Activision, they're doing all they can to get persons hyped up, but are you really hyped up as it relates to Modern Warfare 4? I need y'all to let me know in the comment section, and hopefully they listen to the feedback that they're gonna get, because they're gonna get a lot of feedback once persons start to play that multiplayer, right? They're gonna get all the feedback whether the gameplay is too slow, and I'm hoping that they can actually fix what needs to be fixed. And one of the biggest thing, right, skill based matchmaking. They definitely need to minimize the skill based matchmaking as much as possible, or I would say put no skill based matchmaking in it. But I know some persons would disagree, because what about those persons who aren't good? It would be messed up for them to be getting pop stamp or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, put some form of training mode in the game where they go and train until they reach level 20 or something, and then they can go up against other players, right? Stop babysitting these persons. And it might sound harsh, but you can't like put in the game in a weird state just to cater to persons who aren't really good, you know. Like I said, guys, I'm not trying to be mean, but at the end of the day, we all see how well Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 did, not just because of the minimal skill-based matchmaking, but because those are good games, you know, boots on the ground Call of Duty, and they also need to incorporate a classic mode in this Modern Warfare 4. You know, incorporate the classic mode like what you did with Black Ops, but only thing, you should do it better, right? Incorporate it in a way that it, you know, just feels smooth and blends in with the game and stuff like that. So yeah, because of course most players, especially like the older heads, I don't want to say old heads, but you know, most of the Call of Duty players like the Blame Truth or even Nero Cinema, you know, those persons who are used to boots on the ground Call of Duty, I'm pretty sure they aren't pumped for this new card. But let's just watch and see if Infinity Ward will listen to what the players are saying and do what they're supposed to do, right? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.